the eyelids. Okay, basically the eyelids, that is upper eyelid, that is going to be application of a color preparation, that is called a eyeshadow. It's going to be used here. The prominent form is a powder, both pressed and loose. So these eyeshadow preparations that are most of the time that are used that are a powder formulation, or a that a state of existence of these preparations is usually in the powder form, and sometimes it is a pressed or a that a loose. Both that can be preferred for the as an eyeshadow formulation. So liquid paste form eyeshadows may be oil based stick type or a pencil type. So again, the liquid paste type of preparations also there. So these are usually of a oil based stick, or it will having a pencil type. Okay, so this can also be used as an eyeshadow type of eyeshadow preparation. So emulsion type may be of a water in oil or a oil in water emulsion that is going to be used. So here some examples with respect to this eyeshadow, that is we are discussing now. Here it's a cream eyeshadow. So cream eyeshadow, it may be a liquefying cream or an emulsion prepared with the fats and waxes. So liquefying creams means they are upon application of a shear, it will get readily liquefied, or it will go to, upon application, it will get a appropriate viscosity that can be reduced. So years of application that can be attained, or an emulsion prepared with the fats and waxes. The materials like beeswax, lanolin, petroleum jelly, spermaceti are the some waxy ingredients, fats and waxes that are going to be used for this cream type of eyeshadow. Some formulation also contain cocoa butter for the as an base material. Here there are some examples of the bases which is going to be given, or that is a petroleum jelly, liquid lanolin, beeswax, microcrystalline cellulose, isopropyl myristate. These are the some waxy ingredients which are components which is going to be used in the cream type of eyeshadow preparation or formulation. So to above base, inorganic pigments are added to produce desired shade. Shades can be made lighter by adding zinc oxide or a titanium dioxide. So within this base of which is composed of a petroleum jelly, liquid lanolin, beeswax, microcrystalline cellulose, or isopropyl myristate. So this cream base, where it will contains appropriate colorant material, and usually it's inorganic pigments are going to be incorporated, and this shade of the eyeshadow, it can be attained by means of adding appropriate levels of the zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. So these all make the appropriate intensity, color intensity adjusting within the base that is made attained by means of this titanium dioxide or other. These are said to be a appropriate shade that can be attained. So next, it will be inorganic pigments and shades which are going to be used with respect to that eyeshadow formulation. Okay, so these formulations which you are going to make facilitates to attain appropriate coloring to the eyeshadow preparation. As these eyeshadows color, it may ranging from the blue to green or a brown. Okay, so number of colors and shades that are available. So with respect to the some examples has been given here: ultramarine and titanium dioxide in a combination that will use the blue color shade. Okay, then titanium dioxide with the chromium oxide, that is use the green color. Okay, then iron dioxide and titanium dioxide, then gives the brown shade or a brown color to that eyeshadow preparation. So liquid eyeshadows is a next form of that eyeshadow preparation after the cream, that is a liquid eyeshadow. Pigments can be dispersed in a mixture of oils or in a liquid emulsion. So in such a products, pigments generally settle. Therefore, the label of such preparation must be carry instruction to shake well before use. So here, as it is a liquid formulation, ultimately the colorants which may used incorporated within this liquid eyeshadow, that all are going to settle down upon standing, okay, upon storage. Okay, so before application of this liquid eyeshadow, the label must contain the instruction about to shake well before use to get ready, redisperse that settled color pigments within that liquid vehicle. Okay, that liquid vehicle, it may be the oil or it may be the that emulsion, appropriate emulsion. It is in a liquid state. So here the formulation components are specified like a mineral oil, corn oil, isopropyl myristate to adjust appropriate viscosity with respect to the that a liquid eyeshadow. This isopropyl myristate is used. Then pigments and preservatives, which is going to be used to form a liquid eyeshadow. Next category or a next type of that eyeshadow, it will be after cream and liquid. It's a powder or a powder eyeshadow. It's a one of the popular type of that eyeshadow formulation that is going to be used. So here the powder eyeshadow, it is in the form of a loose powder or a compressed powder. So both that can be used. Product is applied with the help of a wet brush, stick eye shadow. So here the that powders eyeshadow that are available in both, that is a loose or a compressed form. Okay, compact or a compact. Okay, compact form that is going to be available, and usually these are applied with the wet brush. Okay, so next within this powder eyeshadow type, that is a stick eyeshadow. So it performs the same function as the anhydrous cream. It is evenly applied without being greasy or sticky. So here some loose powder formula for powder eyeshadow formula has been given: magnesium myristate, talc, magnesium dioxide. Then these are the some base ingredients which are going to be used to form a loose powder of this eyeshadow. Okay, again the pigments which is going to be incorporated in the range of 5 to 8%, that is usually inorganic colorants that are going to be used in the powder. Next, cake or a that a compressed, that a compact mass. Okay, so compressed or a cake powder formula, here it's a magnesium aluminum silicate, that is VGUM, or a talc, zinc oxide, then zinc stearate, kaolin. So these are diluent with appropriate functionality they may possess, like a adhesion, facilitate the adhesion, or a uh, spreading to facilitate the spreading of the formulation, or absorbent properties like a kaolin. Okay, so zinc stearate, that is lubricating or spreadability increased, zinc oxide, that is make the adhesion, proper adhesion. Okay, so multi functionality they may possess, or a superimposing functionality they may exerted, that zinc oxide or zinc stearate. Then talc, it is an appropriate addition or make the appropriate spreading of that colorant uniform distribution within the formulation upon application. So pigment and preservative that are going to be used, and that color, it again the percentage it may differ with respect to shade or intensity which is required. Okay, so that's about that formulation aspect. Next we will going to deal with the some quality characteristic to be exerted by that eyeshadow. So quality characteristic or properties, ideal properties, you may say that they should have good skin adhesion and easy to apply. So this is the first ideal properties or a characteristic. Then they should not show oily luster after application. Means what? They are non-greasy, or it must not show any oily lusters at a applied site. They must be smudge free from sweat or a sebum and remain good appearance. Smudge free means what? There must not be any agglomerate formation upon when they come in a contact with the perspiration, okay, or with respect to the sweat or a sebum, okay. So there should be no change in appearance after application. So shade which is exerted with respect to that formulation, it must be same upon application too. So they should be non-irritant and safe. Again, it's applicable to every cosmetic preparation with respect to that shade and that are safe or must be free from any toxic ingredients again. So next we will going to deal with that functional evaluation or the evaluation part of this eye preparations or the cosmetic which are used for the application on the eye. So here first evaluation, that is a color. So here the color, it must be same with respect to batch as well as upon application on that side, okay, around the eye or on that eyelashes or that must be eyelids basically, okay. So the color which is exerted, it must be proper, okay, with respect to batch as well as standard preparations, okay. So production batch and standard are placed side by side for analyzing the color on a white paper and pressed flat with the palette knife. So palette knife is going to be used to press that preparation on the on the spread on that paper, white paper, and it's all make that a comparison between that production batch with respect to that standard one. So by comparing that, one can judge whether it will having the appropriate shade or not, or a color that can be ultimately compared with that standard one. Shades are compared with the one another, that is make the appropriate shade. Shades of eyeshadows and blushers are checked on the skin using a brush or a wand. So again, intact skin is going to be applied with respect to this eyeshadows. Then the shade which is provided upon application with respect to that shade of the product, that is going to be compared. So here next one, it will be bulk density, and it's specifically applicable with respect to that powder formulations or a powder cosmetic preparations which are meant for the eye, maybe eyeshadow, okay, specifically. Then here the entrapment of the air which is going to be analyzed by means of a simply that a powder characterization, how will you perform, same like that. So bulk density is going to be analyzed, okay. So penetration and drop tests are another next type of evaluation, functional evaluation, or that is applicable with respect to this cosmetics eye, for the eye, that is eye are carried out on pressed that gadgets that are of a sorry gadgets of that powder compact mass, okay. Penetrometer is used to determine the accuracy of the pressure used during filling, okay. And a drop test is designed to test the physical strength of that cake. It's if it's a semi-solid form or it's a compact mass, okay, in case of eyeshadows, okay. So the preparations are of that compact mass, and that compact mass must retain its structural integrity. So for that purpose, we are testing for the drop or a drop tests. So by means of a drop test, one can analyze the strength of that compact mass or a compact form of that eyeshadow preparation. So penetration, it's again important to densification, how that densification is attained within that compressed form of that powder form of that eyeshadows, okay. So penetrometer as that of which we discussed in that lipstick, same here the penetrometer is used up with appropriate needle to analyze that filling or that densification which is attained with respect to that compact mass powder. So simply for a drop test, that is going to be a physical strength is going to be analyzed. Normally the that mass, compact mass, uh, that is said to be a godet, is going to be dropped on the onto wooden floor or a rubber mat, that is about a 1 to 3 times, okay, at a height of 2 to 3 feet, to note damage to the cake. So ultimately strength that can be analyzed by means of this drop test. Simply we are going to drop that a compressed mass or a unit of that powder at a height of 2 to 3 feet, and for a 1 to 3 time, up to 1 to 3 time we may go to drop that one at a height of 2 to 3. Then the damage which is happened with respect to upon dropping, that is going to be analyzed. So here next evaluation, that will be glazing and payoff. The here within this, the pressed cake is rubbed through to the base of the cake with a puff. Okay, with the help of puff we are going to rub that base of that cake. Okay, then we are going to analyzing that glazing effect. Okay, glazing effect or a sign of glazing on that base. Okay, so shine, glazing is nothing but a some sort of shine. Okay, so when we remove that with the help of puff, it will shows any sign of glazing or not. We must be going to verify or analyze. Okay, so payoff, it's another sort of a evaluation. So here payoff must be sufficient and the powder should spread evenly without losing adhesion to the skin. Payoff means how much amount of preparation or that formulation this is going to be received upon application. Okay, so this payoff, it with respect to the removal by means of a powder puff or when we apply to the eyelashes. Okay, eyelashes, sorry, that eyelids, upper eyelids, that is eyeshadow in case of. Okay, so whether it is properly adhere to that site or it must be properly spread. Okay, so that can be analyzed simply by means of this payoff. Okay, the manufacturing, which next we are going to discuss about that manufacturing process of a lipstick with respect to syllabus content of this uh, lipstick manufacturing large scale. We'll discuss in next lecture as our time is over.
Hello, sir.
Wait.
Okay, sir.